Island. We're inside the Dunkin' Donuts Center. They call this place the Dunk as the Providence Friars take on the Stony Brook Seawolves. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Custer alongside my partner, Donnie Marshall. And Donnie, two programs, both coming off losses, but for the Friars, they've dropped 4 of their last 5. They got to turn things around. Conference play just a couple of weeks away.
Yeah, listen, they've had 7 days off, and when you're coming off of a loss, that's a long 7 days. Finals are over. The one constant they've had has been David Duke leading this team in scoring. He's going to have to lead them with some energy in this game against Stony Brook tonight.
Let's get right to the starting lineup, brought to you by Jeep Grand Cherokee. You talk about David Duke, best three-point shooting percentage in the Big East. Alpha Diallo, the leading scorer for the Friars. And for the Seawolves, keep your eyes on Mikhail Foreman. He's a three-point sniper, averaging 14 points a game. Our officials, Evan Burrows, Justin Porterfield, and Mike Roberts. Roberts has officiated 2 Final Fours. And it's the Seawolves who control the tip. They're in the visiting red.
It'll be interesting to see how Providence gets up into Stony Brook early in this game. A lot of slow starts for them so far this season.
And they turn them over just like that as Latimer loses it out of bounds.
Now, these are tough games for a team like Stony Brook. You want to play some good competition, but when it's all said and done, you got to win your conference if you want to get to the big dance. That doesn't mean you take these games for granted, though.
Luan Pipkins with the rock. There's Duke in the lane, off the glass, no good, too strong. And good offensive rebound fought for by Khalif Young. 5 on the shot clock. The drive by Pipkins rejected at the rim.
Well, that's a good start, even though you don't get a basket there because you're aggressive. That's all Eddie Cooley wants from his guys. If you're going to make a mistake or you're going to miss a shot, just go hard, be aggressive. And Pipkins is a guy who needs to get it going. 2 for his last 19, and that's over 3 games.
O'Cherry with the drive and banks it off the glass. Seawolves score the first 2 points of the game.
Yeah, that right there, to me, because it's just a lapse in scouting report. You got to know a big fella wants to go right.
That's an air ball from the corner. Another offensive rebound. Providence, one of the best in the conference at offensive rebounding. Pipkins for 3. Got it.
Tell you, that shot is big for so many reasons. More for the young man himself. He's really been an enigma, if you will. You come in as a grad student, they look for your leadership.
And they turn them over again. Another turnover for the Seawolves. That's a good look at the head Friar, Ed Cooley. I like to call him Easy Ed Cooley. 8th season now. You know, he's led the Friars to 7 straight postseason tournaments. 3rd all-time on the PC wins list. Coached the Pan Am team last August. Coached them to a bronze medal. Gant, the freshman, for 3. Yes.
Chance to be in the starting lineup tonight. I like to call him fast, Eddie. Not that fast. He got some back issues going on.
Does.
So moving much slower tonight in this game. But that's got to just be a bright spot for him to see the young fella knock down a 3 early.
That one goes in and out for Foreman. And his range is limitless. He will pull up from anywhere.
Yeah, you got to guard him as soon as he steps in the building. I love guys like that. I like guarding guys like that because you know they're going to do basically one thing. You have to worry about putting it down on the floor. If you can just get to them, you're going to be in good shape.
That one's knocked away by Latimer. Saves it and pulls it. Pipkins back the other way. They got numbers. Reeves will drive, reject it. And here comes the Seawolves back the other way.
Reeves just a little off balance there. I thought he should have pulled up. In transition, no one's on you. You don't take the ball to the defense. You take the easy one.
That's Elijah Alanayi. He's their leading scorer. Gets the screen. And to the corner, it's Foreman. Latimer with 4 on the shot clock. A step back 3. Short.
Everybody in the building wanted to travel.
Well, the head Seawolf is that man right there, Gino Ford. First full season You know, he spent 3 as the assistant coach under Jeff Bowles, who left for Ohio University. But, you know, Coach Ford coached at Kent State. He coached at Bradley. Now first full season at Stony Brook. And you guys have run across each other during your playing days, Donnie. Good basket up and in by Khalif Young.
Yeah, we had a very spirited conversation with him before the game, but for now, Providence doing a terrific job of getting to the rim. Or whether it's off the pass, off the dribble, and when you make a couple of threes early, Brian, that's what happens. Defense rushes out at you, you soften up that interior defense, it gives you more opportunities at the rim.
Missed the free throw.
I thought it was funny because usually when you see a coach, you tell him a story about him. He came over and started telling you a story about me.
He said, this guy's crazy.
He'll just say my elbows were flying a lot when I was a player.
Yes, they were. That one blocked at the rim. Andrew Garcia went baseline.
When we played, Coach Ford was at Ohio University. Played with Gary Trent there, the Shack of the Mac. And that's what it's going to be, right?
Yeah.
And talking about tough play. But Coach Ford basically said, the former coach who just left here, who went back to his alma mater, Coach Bowles, and I got into a little scrum. We were in a tournament in Hawaii.
He said, wasn't no scrum. He said, you threw him an elbow and knocked him out like Mike Tyson.
Coach Bowles, if you're watching and listening, I did not bring this up. Your guy right there brought this up. Coach Ford brought it up, not me. I do have a scar on my elbow, though. It reminded me where that was from.
He said Coach Bowles went down like Michael Spinks when Tyson knocked him out in 90 seconds. He said that's how fast he dropped.
I'm sorry, Coach. I've calmed down my old age.
Here's Diallo now. To Duke. He's going to drive it again. And again, challenged at the rim. Got it back and fouled. And they're going to count it.
Wow. I thought that this tells you a little bit about what David Duke is, what his makeup is. Great job getting to the rim. Most players would stop, complain about a foul, gets his feet back in, gets his own rebound with 3 red jerseys around. Chance for an and one. I mean, that's what the entire staff of the Friars have talked about. David Duke has put the time in the gym. He cares about this team. He really has made just a great transition from his first year to his second and leading this team through his play.
Stony Brook breaks the press and attacking. Missed it. Olani. Here comes Diallo. Back the other way. And now they'll set things up. 7-point lead for the Friars. Inside they go, and that is rejected. Thrown out of bounds by Mahamadou Gueye. That shot thrown to the seats. 7-point lead for the Friars. With a 7-point lead over Stony Brook. Providence 4 of 10 so far from the field. 2 of 3 though from 3. Meanwhile, Stony Brook just 1 of 6 from the field.
And I don't care which angle you take. If you're Ed Cooley, you're saying, look, we're doing a great job defensively. Keep it up.
Another triple. That one off the rim. Now A.J. Reeves. It'll go to Stony Brook.
That's a tough one, Watson.
Over the back.
Those are the ones you want to poke out. Throw them back to your shooters instead of trying to grab that one and committing a foul.
More pressure by the Friars. First in steals in the Big East. Jordan McKenzie now running the offense for Stony Brook. Olani to Ocheri. In the lane, he missed it, and here comes Pipkins.
Love the communication Providence has on defense.
Work it inside out. Pipkins, the kick out. Extra pass to Duke for 3. Yes.
Beautiful. That's just beautiful basketball right there. unselfishness. You know, there are times during the season when you're struggling as a team that guys will step up and say, okay, I'm going to take over. Sometimes you need multiple guys, not just one.
Duke has got 6. There's a 3 and up and good. Mohamedou G.
He's on shooting about 25%. But you don't want those guys getting hot. You can't leave them wide open, no matter what the percentage is.
From the corner now, A.J. Reeves. Rebound, Olaniyi. He's going to drive it all the way, coast to coast, and lays it in, and now the lead is just 5.
Yeah, again, you got to understand, especially the team's best player or leading scorer, those are the guys that you dial in that scouting report. You got to know where they're comfortable, and more importantly, where they're uncomfortable.
Pipkins, another 3.
It's big. Again,
they've been struggling from the field.
And I would say the transition from where you were the last few years at UMass to now as, you know, a grad student here, it's hard to fit in. And sometimes those guys just need to play basketball. Let the other guys figure out how to play around them.
How about the alley-oop? McKenzie leaving it for Ocheri. Ocheri's got 4.
Playing against this zone, that baseline's going to be wide open.
Diallo to Reeves on the baseline, as you pointed out.
I mean, you just got to make the shot. That's one of the hardest shots in basketball, that 10 to 12-foot range on the baseline. But you sneak behind that defense, going to be there all night against that zone.
Here's Olaniyi. And he'll pull up from 15. Got it. Lead is 4. Olaniyi with 4. The long 3 by Duke.
And not the best shot. But I'm sure Ed Cooley knows how hard David Duke has worked. So you'll let that one go.
Foreman let that 3 go.
But if you're Duke, you got to know you can get that shot anytime. Contested, long 3, move that ball, get an easier one. Yeah, you get into the teeth of the defense. This is just a terrific job. Defense steps up, nobody being back. Pass and finish, and then the unselfishness. This is what a team that's 5-5 with so many more expectations than where they are, or higher expectations, I should say. That's what they need. Play together, movement. Plus, you keep the pressure on the defense. It's harder to guard when you move that ball.
Malik White has checked in for the Friars. Again, the Seawolves back to that zone. And I think White turned it over with the travel.
Now what happens is you already have premeditated in your mind when that ball swings what you're going to do, because you've seen it shift. You know, coaches like to say, we want to see that ball get to the 3rd side. The 1st side is where the play starts. Swing it, 2nd side. Now when it comes back, you got to be ready to make a move, but you cannot premeditate what you're going to do or you turn it over.
2nd turnover for the Friars. Here's Jordan McKenzie. In the lane again. Ball fake. That shot's rejected by Watson.
Great job by Watson to stay home there.
Nate Watson with the block. Friars, a 4-point lead over Stony Brook. We played nearly 9 minutes.
We should be able to keep our chest to chest, nose to nose on the ball. Keep sharing the ball down the other end and play with great pace. All right?
Well, how do you work your way out of a funk? You do it together. And that's exactly how Providence has started this game. They have 6 made field goals, and 5 of them were assisted on. More importantly, 4 of those assisted on were 3s. Ball movement is huge for multiple reasons. I think the most important one in this game is you keep the pressure on the defense and you make a teammate happy. Because anytime you're struggling, someone is unhappy, maybe more than one someone. Right now, this team, Providence, is playing at a pace that I think everyone expected them to play at. I really believe, and someone asked me today how they were doing. They hadn't watched them this year. I said, you know, this team is a Maserati. all due respect to Hondas, with a Honda motor in it. Now, if you drive a Honda that has a Honda motor, you're fine. But in a Maserati, that's what you want. You want a Maserati motor, and that guy right there can be the guy to lead them to start playing the way they're supposed to be.
David Duke has got 8, and Providence, they are the best team in the Big East when it comes to steals. They're first in the conference, and you see why.
And if they take care of the ball, they could be very dangerous. That's really been their Achilles heel, taking care of that basketball.
Andrew Garcia with the drive. Ball tipped around. 1 on the shot clock.
Gotta know.
That's a violation.
I love Andrew Garcia. I just think he's just so tough. You talk about toughness. Hands in the passing lane. White unselfishly again for the team's 7th assist to David Duke running the floor. I like to call that mindless basketball, man. You just go out and play, run, use your God-given ability. Not a lot of thinking. It's a fun way to play. Oh, got deflected.
Yep, the alley-oop. Turnover. 3 from Providence. Here's Garcia.
You got to shoot that.
Yeah, you that deep. You got a good block by Diallo. Back the other way with the dunk.
And a block shot is basically a turnover, if you will, because now the momentum's going the other way. That's like a pick 6, basically. No one back to help you.
First 2 of the game for Diallo. Lead is back to 7 for Providence. Seawolves work it around the perimeter. 5 now on the shot clock, and Garcia's got to go. Inside to a cutting Lattimore, and I didn't even get that off. Another shot clock violation.
And when you want to get your team motivated and convince them that they're better than they've been playing, you remind them of plays like that. Good defense, stand the guy up, block a shot, go the other way, and then, oh, by the way, 2 shot clock violations. Great job defensively by the Friars.
You know, and that's an interesting point you just brought up, because as Duke fires from 3 and knocks that one down, Coach Cooley, in their film session this week, he showed them nothing but good plays. Yeah. He said, but listen, when your confidence down, it's easy to show them everything that you're doing wrong, but I needed to show them great plays on how we can play, and when we're at our best, to get the confidence back up.
I know, I feel his pain, because when I'm working with you, I'm trying to find some good calls that you've made. It's just so hard to find them, Brian. It's just it's hard work, man. I know you're still working hard at it, though, brother. Love this ball movement again. Hit the top of that zone. They collapse a little bit. You make them turn their head. You're wide open on the wing. 2 places you got to get that ball. Baseline, top of the key. Defenses shrink.
So a couple of shot clock violations, a block, air ball. I mean, this is not gone well for the Seawolves here from the offensive side. Here's another offensive glass there for the Friars. Diallo now forces it up. Lost it. Here comes the Seawolves. 9 minutes until the half.
Yeah, if you're Stony Brook, you need to move the ball. There's a lot of one-on-one basketball. Great cut there. That's exactly what you need. In transition is when you gotta hit the quickest, because that defense is still retreating, trying to find a man.
Alani with 6 of Stony Brook's 15 points. Back to the zone. White will pull up. Too strong.
Coach Ford told us before the game, they want to play fast. They don't want to come out of what they normally do just because they're playing at Providence, a bigger team that also likes to get up and down.
Whoa, another air ball. G. And that's a charge.
And the air balls happen when you're out of your comfort zone and you're trying to do it by yourself. Not only are they blocking shots, but they're helping teammates out. And who was that? Again, number 3, doing everything he can to get his team off to a great start offensively, and now on the defensive end, David Duke. Kudos.
First on Alani. He's the junior out of Newark. White. They swing it to Pipkins.
And that three ball is going to be there, but you don't need to, just because it's there doesn't mean you need to take that shot. If you work that ball around a few more times, you'll be surprised at how easy that middle area of the floor will open up and layups will be there for you.
Foreman comes off that screen from G and knocks down the jumper. Here's Pipkins. Tried to get it inside.
Probably had his mind made up that he was going to pass that.
24-17's our score here in Providence. That's the Seahawks, the Sea Wolves here tonight in Providence. Down 7 and trying to handle that pressure. And having problems again.
It's just hard to dribble through a press. Two things. Get your spacing. And you can beat the press with passes. This doesn't have to be an ego thing for Stony Brook. Use your teammates. Get somebody in the middle of the floor. These defenders for Providence, Alpha Diallo, just too long. You know, Emmett Holt, they've been around. This Providence team has a lot of scar tissue. I mean, and they're old. They're not a young team, but with that, they understand how to play you and make you play into their traps.
From the corner, Diallo. It's good from 3. Providence 6 of 13. From distance, Diallo's got 5.
There you go. So that's it.
Yeah, good drive by the big man.
Make or miss. You get the ball in the middle of the floor, and now you understand your big is at the top, and you got a small guy behind you. This, to me, whether this ball goes in or not, is a moot point. The fact that you now have found a weakness against that press, it's got to give Gino Ford and his guys a little bit more confidence when they get that ball and they see the pressure.
So O'Cherry at the line, 41% on the season at the line. He's a junior out of the Boogie Down Bronx. Came to Stony Brook from Garden City Community College in Kansas. He was the Defensive Player of the Year.
Doesn't look bad. You know, you just got to stay in there. You know, my coaches used to say, pose for the picture. Hold that follow through up there. You can't pull the string and pull your hand away. Repetition.
Here's Holt right there in the middle of that zone. Missed it.
Well, that's what you want. You just need the right guy in the middle at that logo to be able to knock that shot down. Not saying Holt's not, but you got to be ready when you catch it to make a bucket inside.
And now Providence has gone to look like, at one point they were in a 1-3-1. Now they've gone back to a man-to-man. Here's Foreman from deep. Friars back the other way. Pipkins knocked away. White open and missed the 3.
Yeah, I want Luan Pipkins to just play basketball. Even that catch, he knew what he was doing before he caught the ball. It's got to be instinctual. You can't script things out. You just got to go out there and play. And sometimes that's when players start to struggle, when they say, okay, when I catch it, I'm doing this, instead of just feeling it as it comes to you.
They're going to call this one down low. Call it on Diallo. His first. Some substitutions. Khalif Young will have a seat. Nate Watson will replace him. O'Cherry will sit down for Stony Brook. Here's McKenzie. Back to Foreman with 10.
And you see what the dribbling or over-dribbling does. You put a teammate in a tough spot. Now that shot clock's at 10, single digits, so guys start to hurry. And that ball never left the same side of the floor. Easy to defend.
Providence has hit one of their last 7 shots here with 5 minutes until the half. Watson calling for it in the post. And they swing it around. Duke for three. Offensive glass, Diallo and McKenzie with the grab.
Great job on that weak side by Alpha Diallo to get the smaller player on his hip and hold him down without fouling him. You saw he only had one hand to rebound. That means the other hand was holding the defender off.
Substitution for Stony Brook. Here's Duke. Watson now. Turns, faces, knocks down the jumper.
Missed some games early. Had a little knee issue. You know, he's still trying to figure out how to catch back up, and then you have a week off just when he comes back his second or third game. So he's still playing a little catch-up, Nate Watson.
Olaniyi. Chofu. Pierre Philippe, the foreman. He'll drive, use the left hand too strong. And that's a bump on Anthony Chofu.
Not just better offense, though. You missed the shot, but at least the ball was moving, and you give your guards a chance to have some space and turn the corner, not settling for jump shots.
1-1 for Providence. First on Chefu. So here's Alpha Diallo. 61% so far on the season from the line.
Got to be better than that, though. I mean, he's going to touch the ball a lot, especially when Big East play begins. And as senior, you got to be better from the line, man.
And especially with conference play coming up, you know, Providence is only shooting 66% as a team, second worst in the conference.
Yeah, great point. But you know, those games, they come down to one or two missed free throws. It's a grind.
Absolutely. Garcia hung. Shot blocked, knocked away. Providence holding on to an 11-point lead here in the first half. Welcome back to Providence. You're watching FS1 College Hoop. 11-point lead for the Friars. And you at the top, Donnie, you talked about the Duke. And David Duke, game high score right now with 11.
Yeah, you know, for a kid, second year, I talked to him before the game and asked him, how far did you grow up from here? He said about a mile. His school's about 2 miles from here. So these games are all prideful for David Duke. So to see him having a great game, not only tonight, but leading this team the way he is in his second year, it's important for him. It's special for him. And look at that. I mean, he's about 2 points away from his season average. And when you're a team that has veterans, the last thing, you know, you worry about is the veterans, and you're concerned about your sophomore. But Ed Cooley's on the opposite end of that. He's got nothing to worry about with David Duke. He's trying to get those older guys to, maybe they need some Ben Gay or something to get those muscles a little bit loose, but maybe the young guy will keep them going.
Another turnover for Stony Brook. And a reach in.
You know, the one thing consistently when you talk to anyone around this Providence team is David Duke is in the gym. I mean, he stays in the gym, and I'm telling you, young players, I know all of you think most of them think they're going to the NBA, or they're probably, most of them think they're better than they are. But the only way you get good and stay good is when you stay in the gym. You can have good games here and there, but to be consistent and to be a great player, you have to stay in the gym. When everybody else is playing video games, whatever it might be, they got excuses hanging out with their buddies. The great ones, they're in the gym.
Watson knocks down that first free throw. 1 of 2 for him. Lead is 12. 3:20. Biggest lead here of the half for the Friars.
Love this, giving them something to think about. 17 seconds on the shot clock. And that's basically what it causes.
You see Coach Ford there talking with his squad. You know, he told us even before the game, Donnie, we're at our best when we rebound and we take care of the basketball. And they've had some problems thus far with that Providence pressure.
Well, they're picking the ball up at the wrong spot, one, and they're trying to dribble through it. You never want to get the ball across half court and pick it up as soon as you get across there, because now the half court line and the sideline here work as two more defenders. You got nowhere to go. Moving that ball is really the best ingredient against a pressure.
5 on the shot clock again. Alani with 2. Foreman's got to force it. That three's no good. Garcia had it and lost it.
I tell you, I like Garcia. I really do. He hasn't had a chance to get his hands on that basketball, but he can do some damage.
Coming up, Jeep halftime report. You got Mike Hill, Steve 11, Casey Jacobson. I'm sure they're going to have the highlights from Syracuse and Georgetown. A win for the Hoyas. DePaul, they continue to roll. Coach Lado, what he's doing with that squad. It's the Jeep Grand Cherokee halftime report. Here comes the Seawolves back the other way. Foreman for 3. Bump. Misses. Diallo. Pimpkins up ahead and lays it in.
Great heads-up play there by Alfred Diallo. Unselfish. You want to get a guy like Pipkins in a good way. And sometimes an easy layup like that will help.
8 points for him. Here's Gee to Latimer for 3. Two minutes until the half. Pimpkins from the top.
And no comment from Ed Cooley. He could be the lead, but also I think you know when you got a struggling guy, stay off his back.
Latimer knocks down the 3 in transition. His first 3 points of the game. 11-point lead. We got $1:30 until we head to the locker room.
Providence doing a good job of contesting those long threes, and Diallo up ahead to Pipkins. Love that unselfishness.
Here's Pip. Gets the screen from Watson, drives, lays it up, and he'll go to the line.
10 assists for Providence. They're right around 18 a game. They're in a good spot. Again, it's when you're trying to get out of a funk. And let's face it, you don't know what you're going to get if you're Ed Cooley. You lose to Rhode Island, an in-state rival.
Yeah.
A place that Ed Cooley spent some time as an assistant. And he's going to be here, especially with his players. A guy like David Duke, they're going to be hearing about that all summer long. The king of Providence, the king of Rhode Island, if you will. So then you come back a week off, finals, you really don't know what you're going to get. I think Eddie Cooley's pretty happy with the performance. Maybe from a point perspective, yes, but more importantly, your guys playing together and sharing that basketball, and then shots going in.
Pipkins have a seat. He's got 10 points. By the way, just the 3rd meeting between Stony Brook and Providence. Providence 2-0 against the Seawolves. First meeting in 2014, last meeting 2 years ago. Providence won this game by 2. A minute here on the clock. Latimer. And they're going to call that one to A.J. Reeves. His first.
I'd love to see guys give just a foot more. You know, I know you're taught pressure, but not to the point where you're fouling a guy when he puts the ball on the floor.
Garcia. Good cut. At post position, lays it up and in.
Yeah, he's going to be a tough matchup in conference play. Hasn't had a chance to really shine tonight. Only 4 points.
Strong, too. Good body on him. Duke kicks it out to White. A.J. Reed
needs it. Oh.
Missed it, but another possession, another rebound, another 20 seconds. And Ed Cooley's going to call a timeout. And draw a little something up.
That's tough for A.J. Reeves. He is 0 for 5. Brian, he was 2 for 10 last week against URI. For a kid who came in as a shooter last season and really looked like he was putting that team on his back. Then he had an injury. We'd like to see him get it going. Really been struggling. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is convince yourself that you can come out of it. You've had so much success, and at times shooters like that feel like they can make shots with their eyes closed. I tell you, hate to see that kid struggle like that.
Let's take a trip around the conference. And Butler, another victory. How about Georgetown? Getting a 10-point win over Syracuse. Villanova continues to roll. Seton Hall loses by 20 to Ruck. You want to talk about an in-state rival. Wow. Yeah. DePaul, Coach Lato. How about DePaul? I think it's just one loss so far on the season. Yeah. He's got that team playing, huh?
Yeah, I talked to him this summer. He said he really believes they're the most talented team that he's had in a long time, if ever, as a head coach. And no one else believed it. No one else knew it. See how that translates, right, into Big East play.
And Xavier, that 2-point loss to Wake Forest. Of course, all those highlights coming up at the half, the Jeep Cherokee halftime report. 15 seconds, 2 on the shot clock. You got to get it up. And it's a shot clock violation on the Friars. There's 7 turnover. So 11 seconds for Stony Brook.
And normally Eddie Cooley would be upset, but he knows this team right now is they're in a tough spot because of where they've been as far as their performances. So you got to back off a little bit. You got to lead. Got to get a stop here, though, going into half.
Here's Gee. And the grab by Khalif Young. His second. So Mo Gee will go to the line. He's out of Staten Island. He's a junior. 73% free throw shooter. Missed that first one.
Yeah, good body. Shot blocker. They need him to be more consistent on the offensive end around the basket. But we've seen him already knock down a shot or two, put the ball on the floor.
1 of 2, yeah. So the lead is 10. He's got 5 points. And Cherry will check back in for Gee. And here's Duke. Throws it away. Olaniyi. And we will go to the half with Providence with a 10-point lead over Stony Brook. After the break, we'll take you to L.A. for the Jeep Cherokee halftime report. Welcome back to Providence. Friars, Stony Brook. Providence with a 10-point lead as we take a look at the halftime stats brought to you by Jeep Grand Cherokee. And to me, the telling story is what Providence has done when they've turned Stony Brook over. They've scored with those turnovers.
Yeah, sometimes you'll get a lot of steals and they don't lead to much, but most of Providence's steals have turned into, they call them live ball turnovers, because now you're going the other way. I think if you're Stony Brook, you got to figure out how to limit those. Throw the ball away, you want a chance to get back and play some D, but for Providence, Ed Cooley has to be really happy. Now, 2 plays to end the half was an indication of something that they've been struggling with, trying to stay consistent, stay focused for an entire half. I'm sure he got them refocused to start this second half.
Providence coming into this game 5-5. They've dropped 4 of their last 5 games, including their last game to Rhode Island. After this, they head to Brooklyn, and they'll take on Florida. Stony Brook inbounding. Down 10 here as we begin the second half. Olani had
too much.
Yeah, I was going to say had his pocket picked by Diallo, but there's a reach in. His second.
A little too much, but you like the aggressiveness that Providence is showing coming out of that locker room.
O'Cherry spins and draws the personal on Khalif Young.
I'll be interested to see those adjustments for Stony Brook. I thought taking better care of the ball has to be obviously the first one, but using a teammate. You know, they only had 6 assists in that first half. I thought just a little bit too much individual basketball for Stony Brook, and no matter who you're playing against, you have to be in that mode of team basketball, moving without it, keeping that defense honest.
Third on Khalif Young. 1 of 2 for O'Cherry at the line. Lead is 9. Stony Brook in the zone. Diallo from the foul line misses the jumper.
That middle's open. Diallo's got to make that. There was no one guarding him, maybe a little quick when he turned.
Here's Foreman. He turns the corner. Garcia drives and lays it in.
He's a tough matchup. You said it earlier, strong, real nice body. I think he's got a terrific feel for the game. And Stony Brook, here they are in this zone again. Got to be active. A lot of people think that zone is a time to rest. You almost have to be more active and more communicative when you're playing in the zone versus man-to-man.
Providence turns it over again. Hit Diallo. Diallo was cutting baseline.
You got to understand, if you're Stony Brook, that press is going to be called off once you get the ball across half court. You just got to be patient. Ooh, tough one there.
Yep. A little push they call on Duke.
A little low body. I like that call.
His first.
Got a good crew here tonight, too.
Yeah, Burrows and Porterfield and Roberts. And another bucket by Stony Brook. And a timeout by Ed Cooley as they have cut the lead to just 4. Back. You know, Stony Brook has opened the second half on a 6-0 run. And Donnie, let's take a look at the playbook sponsored by Lexus.
Yeah, there has to be something to it. Not a coincidence. You move the basketball, switch sides of the floor, first side, second side. Now watch this. We're going to get back to the original side, the third side. And now when the defense is shifting, you got to put the ball on the floor, beat them off the dribble. And that is the best offensive set Stony Brook has had all night. Need more of those.
6-0 run. This second half began with the Friars with a 10-point lead. That lead is now just 4. Duke in the lane, too strong. Rebound. And who did it go off of? And they say Providence.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know if I agree with that.
Diallo hand definitely hit it. And I guess Pipkins.
That was a close one.
It was. Garcia for 3. And O'Cherry grabbed Diallo.
Garcia, he's shooting at 44%. I still like him putting that head down and getting to the basket, though.
Garcia had the first double-double of the season for Stony Brook against Hofstra just last Tuesday. And Pipkin throws it away. 10 turnovers now for Providence. Alani driving off the glass. 2-point lead now for Providence.
Man, look, Stony Brook's beating Providence at the game that they had in the first half. Pick sixes, let's go the other way.
Alani with 11. Here's Pipkins for three. That's short. Alani keeps it, hangs, missed it.
Well, Cherry hurting a little bit out there with this grabbing his shoulder, but this was that last bucket by Alani, just doing a terrific job. Get the steal, you got to go the other way, man, before that defense gets set.
Here's Alani. 10 on the shot clock. Foreman from deep. Yes! Stony Brook with their first lead. 5 for Foreman.
Mikhail Foreman, transfer from Chattanooga, shot 199 threes at Chattanooga. Saw that stroke from deep.
And David Duke went right at O'Cherry, and you talked about that hurt shoulder. And
yeah, I think he hurt it the last time down on offense. You can see with that wrap, he's already had a little bit of an issue with it.
And Duke knocks them both down to give Providence the 1-point lead. David Duke's got 13, and they're going to turn up the pressure on the Seawolves here.
Got to get somebody in the middle of that floor, though, at half court.
Here's Garcia. Latimer.
Got to move that ball. A lot of dribbling going on.
Foreman's got it with 5, and that's a deep 3, and it's an air ball. Here come the Friars. Diallo lays it in.
Really good job. A little bit of what we saw in the first half right there. Contest the long 3, stay in front of your guy, and get something easy going the other way. Yeah, Alpha Diallo. Got to find some senior leadership here. Great job in transition. Up and under. Providence by 3.
Flyers with a 3-point lead over Stony Brook. And I'll tell you what, so far in this second half, difference from what we saw in the first half, especially for the Seawolves. They came out smoking at one point, had an 11-0 run to begin the second half.
Yeah, 57%. And doing a terrific job of handling the pressure, but more ball movement, better ball movement, more efficient. But the toughest thing, though, when you're on the road, how to stay consistent with that. That's going to be the key for Stony Brook. I still think you got to get somebody in the middle of the floor against this full court pressure. You can't keep throwing it east to west. It's got to go north to south a little bit.
And there's the turnover.
That ball gets stuck in the corner. You got nowhere to go. Yeah, that's exactly where the defense wants you to catch it.
So Diallo will go to the line. Second on Latimer. Eight points now for Alpha Diallo. Leads the team in scoring. He was added to the Naismith Trophy watch list this season.
Wow, look at him go get that ball.
Duke into Watson. The jump hook, no. There's Diallo there. Another offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Reeves for 3.
What you got to do, man, shoot the basketball. When you're a shooter, you got to shoot. A.J. Reeves has really been struggling. And sometimes, as a shooter, all you need is to see this ball go in one time. We got a game here, folks. Don't go.
Run now with an 8-0 run of their own over the past minute. And here comes the press again.
And it was done the way it was in the first half by their defense. Communicating, letting guys know where you are, making decisive moves, go get the trap, forcing Stony Brook to be uncomfortable.
Latimer does not feel comfortable at all. They have pressured him, and he's either turned it over, and he's going to have a seat, and they'll bring in McKenzie. And they tried to get it to Garcia, and they throw it away. To Diallo. And they swing it to Reeves. In and out.
And you can feel this building just, they are rooting for A.J. Reeves to make baskets.
G, the dribble handoff to Garcia. Garcia in the lane. Shot blocked by Diallo. Good defense. Here's Watson, turns and face, knocks down the jumper.
All he needs is just more reps, more games. Getting that knee back. More importantly, getting his body in playing shape.
McKenzie.
Gotta look up.
Drives.
Got a guy wide open.
Left it short.
You gotta keep your head up.
Here's Diallo. Big time run here by the Friars.
He was wide open under the basket.
12-0 run. That one rejected by Watson, but they're going to call the foul.
Yeah, a little bit too much. You go up and block it. At the apex, that's one thing, but as soon as that hand comes down, that's easy for the officials to make a call. Great challenge. As soon as that arm comes down, it's an easy one.
So here's Elijah Alani, the junior out of Newark. Had a career-high 30 against Hofstra last week. In fact, he was 6 of 9 from three-point land. Alpha Diallo will have a seat. He's racked up another double-double, his 4th of the season in 11 games.
He's not a guy that's going to be a volume scorer either. But they play well. Double-double comes from him. You have a pretty good feeling that they're going to win that game. Now, we got a lot of time left, and he's probably just going to take a quick break, but you feel that he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Business as usual with a double-double.
Watson, top of the zone. Active hands, they get a steal. Here's Foreman. That three's no good. Pipkins the board. He's going 1-on-4. And Alani picks his pocket. So 13:39 left in the game. Providence with that 6-point lead. We got substitution here. Stevens is going to check in for Stony Brook.
And this is when Providence needs to keep their foot on the pedal.
How about Alani? Good drive. He's got 15.
Ball still got to pop now. Move that ball. There's no need to take 3 or 4 extra dribbles.
Watson a jump hook.
Swing, swing. Again, against the zone, the defense, you still want it to shift. And if they shift late, you get that guy down low, he goes up quick.
And a double dribble. And Stony Brook turns it over. They're 13th.
Love to see Stony Brook extend this zone a little bit so you put a little bit more pressure on that ball on the perimeter.
Here's Holt to drive. O'Cherry rejects it.
Shoulder looked okay right there.
He sure did. Here's G. O'Cherry working on Watson. Turns off the glass. Counted and one.
Cherry is raw down there. American East Defensive Player of the Year in his first season. 16th in Division I in block shots, but they're showing a little bit of offense.
Third foul on Watson. Diallo's going to check back in. Emmett Holt will have a seat. 3-point play. 9 points for O'Cherry. 6-point lead for the Friars. Here's Watson again. That's short. Alani with the board, and here comes the Seawolves. Down 6.
A little bit quick on that jumper. Feet not quite under him. Another turnover here, though. Stony Brook just not helping themselves at all.
Reed for 3.
I love that A.J. Reeves continues to shoot the ball. That's the only way you can shoot yourself out of a slump.
We got 11:59 left in the game, and Providence holding on to a 6-point lead. 6-point lead for the Providence Friars. Hey, Santa is in the building. You know, Alpha Diallo is the alpha dog for these Friars. Leads the team in scoring and rebounding. Already has a double-double.
Yeah, you love those guys that do a little bit of everything, especially when they're an upperclassman. Great job defensively, creating those turnovers, or forcing turnovers, creating those offensive opportunities, and then the ability to stay on the glass is just tremendous for a guy at 6'6", 6'7". You want to run stuff for him, but you don't necessarily have to if you're Ed Cooley. You know you're going to get something positive.
4th double-double of the season already for Alpha Diallo.
Put on the gas still if you're Providence. I don't think you let up. You don't have the luxury at 5-5, and you know those games that they've lost and the reasons why if you're Ed Cooley, so you got to keep pressing.
Yeah, we got to have that shot. It's open. And it's an air ball.
I thought that hit the rim. I thought Diallo's shot scraped the front of the rim and came straight down.
And Evan Burrows says yes.
The direction that took.
Yep. So Malik White will inbound. Reeves from the corner.
I love it.
Good.
Got to keep shooting, man. That's just what he does. That's who he is. Get yourself out of that funk, especially mentally.
Lead is 9. O'Cherry asking for it and knocked away by Diallo. Sneaking from behind and dunks it home.
It's so good. I mean, he just has such great feel. Turn your head. Steals the ball without fouling.
12 for Diallo. Lead is back to double figures for Providence. O'Cherry at position.
Tough one.
Yep.
Big fella, you turned a 3-foot shot to a 6-foot shot, turning the other way.
You're exactly right. I'm like, why did he turn that opposite way? She just went straight out. Here's Reeves again. He's feeling it. Would you say shooters shoot?
That's what they do. That ball's not going in if you don't shoot it, that's for sure. But defensively, we just talked about all the great things that Alpha Diallo does. Add this to the list without fouling, creating that offense from the defense, and then inside to out. Defense can't recover in time, and A.J. Reeves has got to keep shooting it. And you can feel it in this building, obviously from his teammates, but all these fans know how he struggled. So every time that ball goes up, they are rooting so hard for it to go in. Good to see that young fella making some shots.
Providence has gone on an 8-0 run here in the last minute. They have their largest lead at 14. A.J. Reeves now at 9 points. Latimer will shoot the three. That's short. And here's a push.
David Duke thought he got away with one there. Biggs in the air, just give him a little nudge.
Second on David Duke. To Garcia.
Another great job. Out of bounds under defensively.
He stepped on the line, turns it over. 16 turnovers now for the Seawolves. Down in the baseline, Diallo. No, follows it up. And he'll go to the line.
Well, that's how they started the game against that zone. Got someone on that baseline. Those shots are going to be there. Diallo's the guy, I think, if you're running something to get behind the zone on that baseline, he's the guy that has to be along the baseline. If you're running something to get someone open in the middle, he has to be that guy as well because he makes such great decisions and has terrific touch in the paint.
Left that one short. Diallo right now 25th on the Providence all-time scoring list. O'Cherry's going to have a seat. Sitting at 12 and 11 right now on the night is Diallo.
Wow.
And Olani is why he got smacked in the face. When he grabbed that board. It might have been Diallo too. Yeah, it was Diallo when he went for the basketball. Here's Latimer. Olani for three. Good.
Much needed basket. Again, they've had some really good opportunities against that press once they break it the correct way. That ball has to continue to move. You're going to have open shots because now the defense is scrambling, trying to find a red jersey.
Here's the alley-oop with David Duke. Blocked. And here comes Stony Brook.
Got numbers if you go.
Oh, look at the dunk by Gee. He's got 7.
Athleticism. Great recognition that time to turn and know that that lane was wide open. A lot of guys will turn and not look at the basket. They're looking to pass.
Garcia went for the steal as well. Khalif Young is asking for it. Reeves. No. Foreman grabs the board. Here comes the Seawolves. Latimer for 3. It's good.
Again, beating the press with the pass creates those open opportunities when the defense is retreating. It's really that simple. Gee, recognition. Hey, listen, if you're Reeves, you go for that steal, you better get it. Or you'll get it. Which is what happened right there by Gee. And then Latimer, just a terrific job, but it all comes off of the pass ahead and not over dribbling.
So Stony Brook, it seems like the second half has been a case of runs. I know how that sounds.
I mean, if you don't feel well, Brian, just keep it to yourself, man, all right? I know it's late and everything.
Stony Brook's on the 8-0 run.
Still some kids watching.
Right now.
TMI there, Custer. TMI, man.
Here's a look at the Seawolves' upcoming schedule. So they got Providence, and then from here they go to Virginia.
They may score half as many points as they have right now against Virginia.
Oh, man, the way they play defense, you're right. Oh, boy. So the Seawolves, 8-0 run, and now all of a sudden Providence, that lead, which was in double figures, is just 6.
Yeah, you can't relax. I don't care who you're playing in Division I basketball. That game's not over just because you get a 10-point lead, 12-point lead.
And there the rejection by Guy.
You want Watson to get into the body. I mean, he's so much stronger than Guy. Any of that airspace, Guy's going to take advantage of it. Terrific block.
No seniors at all on his Stony Brook team as David Duke rises up.
And I don't know if he had a chance of even getting close to dunking that, but the fact that he went aggressively created the opportunity for him to get fouled and now get to the line.
Second foul on Garcia. This is a guy you want at the line, Duke, 83% on the season. He's got 14 points now. Make it 15. Eight-point lead for the Friars.
Stony Brook, run your stuff. Get that ball switching sides of the floor.
Latimer, deep.
In the corner there.
Alani, ball fake, pull up. No good. Duke the rebound. Here comes the Friars. Watson calling for it in the post.
Look,
And lost it.
When you're that big, you don't need to pirouette. Go strong.
8-point lead for Providence. Khalif Young, Malik White holding on to an 8-point lead. Providence, 7 minutes, 46 seconds left to play in this game. Let's take a trip around the top 10. Louisville, #1 team in the country. They got a victory today. Michigan, at one point, 8-0. Dropped one to Oregon.
Good game, too. That was a good game down the stretch.
Absolutely. You'll see Alvis, Gonzaga, and Arizona. They'll play later on tonight. And it's a good win for the Ducks to knock off Michigan.
I love how Gonzaga just sneaks up on people. Let's go about their business. Next thing you know, the top 10 and taking them more serious as the season goes on, which I don't think, I think when the season starts, you should believe in the Zags.
Yep.
Mark Few's done an amazing, amazing job there.
They need to get better seeds when it comes to that tournament, too.
Oh, I agree.
Higher seeds. Alani. Rolling is Garcia. He hands it off to Foreman with 5 now on the shot clock. You're going to have to force something up. In the lane, fading. Latimer at the buzzer.
Great recognition there by Latimer to catch that and go right back up. Almost looked down the other end of the floor to see the shot clock because his angle on the baseline didn't allow him to see the one that was above his head.
Miles Latimer, a point over his season average, which is 7. He's got 8. Here's Duke driving and blocked by Guy.
It happens because Latimer's moving. Look at that, without the basketball. Took a little look down at the other end before he cut underneath the hoop. Heads up.
Here's Diallo. In the lane, working on Garcia.
That's a matchup that Andrew Garcia should take personally because he, you know, they're similar. They're going to play 3-4 different positions once league play comes around. Strong, you know, that in-between kind of game. Alpha Diallo winning that battle, though.
Just 2 of 6 from the line tonight. Knocks both of those down.
Well, we talked about it at the beginning of this game where Diallo's going to have to work on those free throws because he's going to have the ball a lot. You're a senior, upperclassman. The ball's going to be in your hand critical times of the game. And if people know you can't shoot better than 62%, you're going to the line, man. You got to make them.
They're going to call that one on Lawan Pipkins. A trip, his first. Coach Cooley says, oh, wait. Did he not trip on his own?
Well, if there's any type of contact whatsoever, they're going to call it. Not saying it's the right call, but they can justify it by saying there was some contact there. And more importantly for Stony Brook, a chance to score with that clock stopped.
Absolutely.
6.5 minutes to play, down 7.
You got Latimer there, 87% on the season. Knocks them both down. He's got 10 points.
Gino Ford said, you know, these are games that they don't really help us when you talk about RPIs and tournament play, but it can help them as far as their confidence goes. They're not going to meet a team like Providence in conference play. They're just not. But you can remind your team, if you competed well against a team like this, that you can do it, especially in the thick of conference play for Stony Brook. And I love it. He's been positive on the side no matter what's happened. Gino Ford has really inspired his team to a 6-point game here with just over 6 minutes to go.
That foul's on Andrew Garcia, his 4th. Six-point lead. And we got 6 to play. Providence looking for their 6th win of the season. Foreman fades, and it rattles in.
Yeah, that's just great offense. Or I should say a great offensive shot, because it wasn't great offense. Beats great defense any day of the week.
Lead is 4, under 6 to play. And Diallo throws it away.
And all of a sudden, the spacing is broken down, and then the ball movement as well. Now, this is just great one-on-one basketball. That's when you're in the summer playing against your boys. Need a bucket to stay on the court.
Here's Latimer, turns the corner and slides and falls. Pipkins back the other way. Duke lost it.
There's a lot of slippage on this floor tonight. I mean, both ways. But Latimer had nowhere to go. He had a teammate in the corner. He dribbled right to the corner.
Oh, Jerry will check in. You see him cleaning up the floor. That perspiration. Garcia will sit down with those 4 fouls. Here's Duke. Got it. Big 3. Needed that one.
He's really worked hard on that jump shot. And you can tell, so consistent. And I love the special teams plays, out of bounds, underside, out of bounds, especially when they work the way you want, ending with an open jump shot made.
18 points for Duke. We are right at 5 minutes left in the game. Here's Foreman. Short. Alani got the rebound and fouled by Malik White.
And because Watson was contesting Foreman's three-pointer from about 26 feet, Stony Brook had the edge on the rebound underneath.
So Alani at 69%. Knocks that first one down. 4 for 6 from the line tonight. Two big free throws.
Look, Stony Brook is not, they are not going away. I mean, it's really going to come down to Providence just taking care of the ball, but also making their free throws. You know, they turn that ball over, you give Stony Brook an extra opportunity. You don't want to be in that spot late game.
Here's Diallo. Good contest by O'Cherry, but better shot by Diallo.
Come on, Diallo's 6'6". O'Cherry's what, 6'11"? I mean, that's just a great jump hook. That's your senior leadership right there. Give it to me down low. I don't care who's guarding me.
Gee with 10 on the shot clock. Here's the active hands by Diallo. Another steal, and Latimer takes it back. Alani turns, hangs, and gets it off the glass. Good move by Alani.
Might have been a little contact there, too.
He's got 22. .330 to play. 5-point lead. Now 5 on the shot clock. Duke. Big three. Duke's got 21. Lead is 8. Under 3 minutes. Here's Latimer.
I think he walked. How many steps?
Yep.
Turnovers hurt you, especially on the road. And you can't close out to a guy like David Duke. He makes you pay. Providence up 8.
Providence, Friars with an 8-point lead. Under 3 to play. In fact, 3 has been the main number for both of these squads because Elijah Olanihi, he's got 22. And number 3 for the Friars, David Duke, well, he's got 21, just a point away from his career high of 22, Donnie.
Well, we talked about him off the top. David Duke was the guy as a sophomore leading this team, and multiple times tonight on the free throw line after timeouts, he's grabbing guys and telling them, come in, this is what we're doing. I just love his leadership skills, and obviously the older guys are receptive to it. When you have a game like he's had tonight, you got to get behind that, follow it, and hopefully they can get that momentum, especially over the next couple weeks getting ready for league play.
Pipkins, White, Diallo, Duke, Young in the lineup. Here's Duke, the drive. Rejected. And here comes Stony Brook back the other way. Looking for Alani. He's got the rock. Diallo, the defense. Alani, the kick out. Foreman from the corner. Yes! 5-point lead for Providence. Foreman's got 10.
And that's what he does. Late on the closeout. 3-ball corner pocket.
2 minutes to play. They go to Duke. 5 now. Pipkins fires. It's good.
And Gino Ford, his body language said it all. Like he bent back like, oh, that really hurts. But again, good ball movement. You draw some defenders, find your shooter in the corner. And that's the recipe for good basketball for any team. Stony Brook just, they needed more of that in this game.
Another dribble handoff. Here's Garcia. Turns, pulls up, got it.
And it's just good ball movement. It's a little motion offense. Defense has got to make a decision, stay with your own or switch. And if they switch, there's a little bit of airspace. Pull up.
Buck 20 left. Pipkins again, that's short.
Little deflection there. And I don't think you needed it. You know, you can use this clock, 11 seconds on the shot clock, maybe one more pass, drive it in the teeth, make the defense bite.
Here's Elani to the corner. Latimer for three, too strong. Garcia went after it, loose ball. And it will go to the Friars.
I think they got a foul. I think O'Cherry on the ground.
They will call the personal on O'Cherry. His third. So here's Alpha Diallo at the line. 3 of 7. What Diallo has done tonight. Coming in on the season at 61%. Ooh, this is something the Friars certainly going to have to work on. Second worst in the conference.
Yeah, 66% as a team. That's just not... It's hard to work your way out of that. And I guarantee you, not just this team, but every team works on that the most in practices, the beginning, in between, at the end. Free throw shooting is imperative, and coaches know that. Sometimes as a player, though, you got to put the time in on your own. You can't just expect it to come from practice.
Under a minute. Latimer's got an open corner three. Rattles it in. He's got 13. It's a 4-point lead here for Providence with under a minute.
So there are a lot of things that happen in this game for Stony Brook, and we still have just under a minute to play. But if they come up short, they're going to say, what could have been better? And the ball movement consistently through this game prove that they're going to have open shots, whether it's in the half court, in transition, and that's something that they can definitely fix.
So we take a look at a game reset here. Providence with one timeout left. Possession arrow pointing towards the Friars as well. Let's take a look at what the Friars have got coming up, and you want to talk about a murderous row. After this, they've got Florida, Texas, and then they begin conference play New Year's Eve right here against Georgetown. A really good DePaul squad and Marquette.
And I guarantee you, when you're looking at that Big East play to start the season, in the summer you're thinking, okay, Georgetown, we might be able to get them DePaul where they were picked to finish it, and then Marquette losing the Hauser brothers.
Yes.
But it's funny how things change as the season begins.
You're right about that.
Especially Ed Cooley thinking, I got my Stallions coming back, my upperclassmen, and it's the beauty of college basketball. You don't know what you're going to get from week to week.
Stony Brook will put the press on here, trying to get a turnover. That one's knocked off by McKenzie. So Diallo will inbound. 49 seconds left. They get it to Young. Khalif Young will go to the line, 72% free throw shooter.
It's a coach you love when your bigs can make free throws. Because automatically you're looking to see, okay, who should we foul? Probably the big men. Statistically speaking, the bigs aren't going to shoot it as well as the smaller players, but however, this kid, beautiful stroke.
Yep. Garcia will check back in with his 4 personals. O'Cherry will have a seat. So the substitution, offense for defense. And that one rolls in.
Got to go fast here if you're Stony Brook.
Foreman, G for 3. It's good.
We've seen that. He can really step back. Great touch. I'll tell you what. Win, lose, or draw in this game, Stony Brook is going to do some damage in their conference.
Yes, they are. That Marion East better look out.
You clean up a couple of things. You got your bigs. You can stretch you out a little bit. They block shots. Good guard play.
And some tough teams, too, in there with Vermont, who went and got St. John's.
They're going to have to earn it now.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't forget about Stony Brook.
Coach Ford's done a good job. First full season for him. 15 points. 5-point lead. Here's Latimer. Too strong.
Yeah, that's a tough one. He was just going after the ball, trying to keep that thing alive. And that's just the little guy gets the call on that one.
Mm-hmm. Fourth on Gee. So here's Pipkins. Out of Chicago, played at UMass for 4 seasons. And Providence lock down their 6th victory of the season. There's a foul on Young. So Garcia will go to the line, down 7.
It might not have been pretty for Ed Cooley's guys, but I tell you what, when you have had 7-8 days off, coming off of a loss against an in-state rival, you will take any kind of win you can get.
Amen to that. Just 1 of 2 by Garcia.
And if you can hear the crowd cheering, if the opponent misses 2 free throws in a row, Chick-fil-A's for everybody in the building.
Is that what it is?
That's why they got so excited there. And unfortunately, you only have 24 hours to use that, and Chick-fil-A's closed on Sunday. So
you're right about that. and most of the students are leaving too because they just finished finals today. So Pipkins back at the line to shoot 2. He has not missed this season. So that's the guy you want there.
Look, a lot of positives to pull from this game for Ed Cooley. Reeves hitting some shots. David Duke continuing to lead. Alfred Diallo with his double-double. Creating a lot of offense with their defense. Nothing but positive for Ed Cooley and the Friars tonight.
And Coach Ford's got to like the way his guys competed and continue to compete. Olaniyi. And nearly a steal by Garcia.
It's that time of the game where Providence is just trying to get it over with. You got to remember your spacing, though. make some cuts, and Ed Cooley's like, you know what, I know we're up 11 seconds to go, but let's clean this up. This is a great teaching moment for Eddie Cooley. You can do this in practice all you want, but in a real game, you get so much more value out of calling this timeout, telling guys where they're supposed to be, and probably a little bit of frustration on his part as well, as guys can't get the ball in bounds.
So no more timeouts for either squad. Providence trying to hold on and go 6-5. Stony Brook, if everything stays the same, will go to 7-5. As we take a look at our game reset here, both teams, if there's a foul, will be shooting 2. Possession arrows pointing towards the Friars. No more timeouts for either squad. Hey, don't forget tomorrow on Fox, you've got Aaron Rodgers, the Packers. They continue their fight for the NFC North. They battle Khalil Mack and those Bears. Then it's America's Game of the Week as the Rams take on Dak and the Cowboys. You got two teams trying to make a push for the playoffs. You can check your local listings for the game in your area, or you can catch it on the Fox Sports app. Here we've got 11.1 seconds left. Friars inbounding. And they found themselves in the dogfight here with the Seawolves. Here's Pickens.
And you called it. Providence knows, get the ball into the hands of the guy who's perfect from the foul line.
So Luan will head back there. 19 points. Perfect 8 of 8 from the line. Make it 9 of 9. $20 for him.
Pretty.
Final seconds and Garcia gets it off the glass.
There was no quitting.
Not at all.
In Stony Brook. It's a great fight. Great job. Gino Ford doing a great job early. First year coach at Stony Brook. Andrew Garcia, my guy, playing till the finish. But a good win for Providence. Got to make them feel much better.
82-78 our final for Donnie Marshall. I'm Brian Custer. So long from Providence, Rhode Island. WWE SmackDown is next.